King 3 suited here. We've got kings, which I'm hopefully going to be bumping up. I expect to be bumping that up, maybe even something like $5. This king 3 suited could be a 3-bet, could even be a call. I hope I don't fold it to 1.5x. So once the player calls in the small blind, I almost prefer a call to a 3-bet. If I was to 3-bet, people tend to be much more willing to play back against squeezes than they are against normal 3-bets, just because of all the squeezing that's going on at these limits. So given that, I think I would rather just see a flop with a suited king. And that's what I end up doing. So I'm pretty happy about that. And looks like I flop a flush draw. I think checking here is better. It looks like I debated leading. And I think it's a pretty good spot to check raise. I don't think I would lead a queen here, so that's why I'm not crazy about leading a flush draw. He doesn't bet a big amount, and I really can. I think it's going to be hard pressed. Obviously, I do think he's going to be betting his air here most of the time, just to try to take it down, and he's not going to be able to continue with his aggression. He's not going to be continuing with air to aggression. So I like my sizing. I like my check raise. It allows me to keep aggression, and it allows me to barrel some cards. He ends up putting this. He ends up 3-betting this flop, which doesn't really. It almost makes me think that he's got air more than anything else. So most players would not. Now, I mean, if his bet size just seems like it's such a leveling situation. I like flatting here. I think coming over the top probably might be overplaying my hand, but I'm just not. I'm not really sure what the best way is to proceed with the hand, because when I flat and I don't hit the flush, I just end up being in a kind of a tough situation. So, but like I said, I do think that his 3-bet is mostly air. I could 4-bet, but he might do that occasionally with a queen. So I'm just not 100% sure how to play that hand after I 3-bet. Table on the left, we've got a player who is going to be 3-betting me quite wide from the button. That seems to be what all the cool regulars are doing these days. They're 3-betting on the button versus early and middle position opens. So I put in a 4-bet with a hand that has blockers, and he does end up folding. So on the river, he ends up checking back when I hit the flush, and I think this was before I realized, how I can look at different hands. Yeah, so he did end up having air. So I'm not exactly sure why he's 3-betting that flop. I mean, once I check raise it with once I check raise there, I am going to have a queen very frequently. I'm going to have some kind of a draw very frequently. So I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish. But I guess that's why we play the poker. I mean, he's certainly confused me enough to play the hand the way I did. Yeah, that's a hand that I'm going to, like I said, I like check raising that flop, but once I'm 3-bet, I'm still not 100% sure how to proceed. There might be merits in 4-betting. There might be merits in flatting and just check raising turns.